What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EAFC Career Mode. It's episode number 37, and today we are returning with a big season finale, probably the biggest season finale of the save thus far, as we play our final game in the Premier League, knowing a win will guarantee we keep European football at Power Court for another season, second on the trot. And of course there's the small matter of the FA Cup final against Arsenal, where we go for Luton's first ever FA Cup and second major honour in club history after they beat Arsenal at the old Wembley in the 1988 League Cup final. Just before we dive into two big games tonight, we got 4 more youth player unsettled emails, so let's promote them all right now. Ohan Ali, no relation to Patrick Ali, I believe, is going to get a pro deal, reference there for my Docks to Glory fans. Toby Dalton, who I did say I was going to release due to the fact he's got lower potential, and quite much lower potential to be fair, compared to the Bartman. I think we've got just enough space in our squad for all 4, don't we? So we'll promote him as well. And the Bartman does also want the pro deal. So there's just a 1 player left in our academy now. Oh no! It's 52. I thought it was 55. Oh man, but Toby's got great potential as well. And we are going to lose Danny in the summer too. So, who's going to go? Who's going to go? Amos, Justice Amos, Leonard, Dean... young Keir Starmer, that guy's going, oh no, right, I can't release Barkley or Mpanzu, can't I? Do you know what, Rory Mackenzie is about to go, so he submitted a transfer request. With that being the case, and with his contract coming at the end of the year, Rory, you want to leave, I'm going to let you leave a month early, mate, you are out of there. So that means the Bartman will get the pro deal. So Johan, if you can wait until the summer, mate, when Mpanzu and Barkley have retired, I'd really, really appreciate it. This is what I was talking about, man. The backlog and the full squad. This is why we need to be a lot more selective with our youth players now when we're scouting. And the Bartman, unsurprisingly, does have the potential to be special as well. This guy is the real deal, and why Rory simply had to be released. Right then, heading in then to the final game of the season. Again, it's all to play for on the final day. Really dramatic final day in the Premier League. Man City know if they win, it's another challenge for Pep Guardiola. But if they do fail to win and Manchester United beat Aston Villa at home, it will be the Red Devils' first league title in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. Arsenal have locked up top 4. West Ham, though, a win for them will guarantee a Champions League place at the London Stadium as Liverpool look to leapfrog on the final day. Chelsea, they've guaranteed Europa League because the goal difference swing is too big, but we're trying to fend off Spurs on the final day. If they win away at Everton, we'll need to match their result to finish in that 7th and final European spot. At the bottom of the table, not quite as dramatic as last season, but Palace are down. We relegated Leicester in the last game, and it's Wolves versus Nottingham Forest in a straight shootout to stay in the Premier League. So, here we go. First of the 2 games, it is the penultimate game of the season, the final Premier League game, where we might need to beat Man City going for the Championship in order to lock up a 2nd straight season finishing in 7th place. Massive underdogs, but good form. Let's see if we can pull it off on the final day of the season. Got some tired legs out there, no more so than Elijah Adebayo, given a start after his game winner against the Foxes, but highly doubt we'll see out the full 90 as we head into this game. I don't know whether we would take a point, really. I mean, all things considered, a point against Man City is a good result, but it means that destiny is out of our own hands as Onyedika crosses. Adebayo, first time shot. Oh, he's found it back in the net. Elijah Adebayo. He's had an inconsistent season, but right from kickoff, Luton lead at Power Court. The ball was whipped into the middle. And I've got to see that on the replay because I think Edison has just had a howler. It's whipped in by Onyedika into the centre, first time half on it. I think the Brazilian is just caught out by the unexpected snatch shot. 7 in 24, it's not been a great season, but Elijah has just given us the shock lead. And Spurs, funny enough, have just taken the lead, as you would see there in the top right, as Christian Mosquera fires them into an opener there at Goodison. And, well, we may need to match their result. So far, so good. And in the process, we might be handing Manchester United their first title in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. And again, we're getting the joy down the right. And again, we'll work it in. And it's Alcaraz. And it's 2! Luton Town are 2-0 up in 15 minutes. We pulled out of the bag on the final day last season. Just call us the kings of clutch. It's drilled in by Carlos. Edison can't believe it. Luton Town are 2-0 up. 15 minutes in, worked in from the right again. This time, Carlos drills it home, and Luton are doing their job and then some. Manchester United, we're doing you a massive favour, but this is also a Manchester City team who have won two Premier League titles on the final day when trailing by a goal or more. Don't think that's ever happened in history before. Are they going to do it for a third time? I guess we'll find out. Gabe with a brilliant ball. Harwood Bellis cuts it out right at the death as Elijah was about to come forward for his second goal here. 3 minutes to go before the break. We hold on to a 2-0 score, and that will be massive. We've kept them quiet all half long until they have the opportunity there, which is snatched wide of the post as we still have that lead. As well, how about that? Right before the break, Pep Guardiola says, I've seen enough. Not even waiting until half time to make the change. KDB is on for James McAtee, and we'll have to cope with the Belgian superstar for the remainder of the second. So far, we're in dreamland though, and we're 45 minutes away from guaranteeing European football at Power Court for next year as well. Manchester City are going to come at us in the second half with all their might. As Phil Foden is dispossessed by Ryan Giles, does well. And oh no, that was silly. And oh, what a tackle. Daniel Ballard has just made one of the best tackles of the save, let alone the season. Talk about saving your best till last. Just about gets a toe in on Jack Grealish. And from the corner, we shall get it away. That is massive, as it's a handball off of Grealish. 26 minutes to go, holding on to a 2-0 win. You know, we actually have an okay record against Man City. We've beaten them twice before. We beat them in the FA Cup semi-final as well. And look at that in the top right. It's now 2-2 at Goodison, which means that at the moment we could afford to surrender our 2-goal lead and still make it, but we don't want to lead that to chance. Leading by 2, trying to hold on. Lovely through ball. There's KDB off the bench. Muric, what a save. It's all hands on deck right now, and Muric makes a brilliant stop as Alcaraz just gets it far up the pitch. 18 minutes to hold on. KDB's just gone into the book after a frustration tackle. Onyedika is still hobbling. It's going to take him off, and Barkley's going to get his final appearance out there as we still lead by 2. Adebayo is basically done, so Danny Loader also might all make his final appearance, and they're going to take Gabe off for Cox in the late stages as well, as we aim to close out the 2-0 win, which will guarantee European football. You're about to see Loader come on and possibly Barkley for his final game in professional football as well. Go on, boss. Let's not throw this away now. Come on. It's been an onslaught of attacks in the second from Man City, but for the most part, we stood up quite firm. Here's Di Lorenzo looking to step inside from the right. He's got blue shirts ahead of him, and instead takes it himself and goes all the way before going for goal, and Ballard blocks the shot. With 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, it looks as though it's all but done, and Manchester United have been handed a lifeline on the final day, whereas we have locked up European football again. Foden, Konate, turns, shoots, Muric does really well and pounces on the loose ball, and that is going to do it. A couple of big saves from Muric, and Luton are going to lock up 7th again. And as Cox finds Duke. Oh, surely! No! Ross Barkley! Oh, it's a fairy tale ending for Ross the Boss Barkley! Luton 3, Manchester City 0. One of the most famous games in club history as we lock up 7th, and in his final appearance in professional football, wearing the armband after coming off the bench, the boss has just ensured, whilst he won't be returning, European football will be. What an ending to his career. What an ending to the season. Luton Town are staying in Europe. That was incredible. Wow, when you talk about pulling out of the bag on the final day and doing what QPR and Aston Villa couldn't, that was special. We beat them in the FA Cup semi-final with a 3-2 thriller. But this was just a sublime display. But really, to be fair, it was not all one-sided either. The second half was mostly just an onslaught of City attacks where Muric had to bail me out, but in the end, we'll take the massive win as 7th is locked up. I mean, I suppose the question is, did we even need it? We didn't. Excuse me, it's just like last season. It's the second year in a row we've pulled out on the final day and we didn't even need it. A draw would have been enough, and in the end it's a win. And oh my god, Manchester United bottled it. They must have won. They must have either lost or at the very most drew. Where's the... Oh, I don't believe it. Manchester United bottled it on the final day, so it's champagne celebrations for both me and Guardiola on the final day. He says, no hard feelings, Doxy boy. I know you're my protege. We can still celebrate together. City will lift the title on the final day, albeit with a little bit of a sombre expression on their faces. Manchester United bottled it on the finale, finishing in second. Arsenal third. West Ham, despite... Oh my goodness, when you talk about throwaways on the final day, West Ham and Liverpool both failed to win and lost, yet West Ham still finished in fourth place. Liverpool fifth, Chelsea sixth, and we do indeed look up seventh. Not that we needed to after Spurs were held at Goodison. Talk about a finale of bottles on the final day. Newcastle and Brighton wrap up the top 10, with the bottom three in the end being Forest, Leicester and Palace, as Wolves pull it out on the final day to beat Bournemouth and survive, even though Forest also won as well. Goodness gracious, what a finale. As for the Golden Boot this year, Jack Grealish might have fired a blank on the final day, but he was the top scorer of the competition, as Haaland once again had a poor season really by his expectations and ability as well. Did we get anyone in the top 25? I don't think we did. No, it was a poor season for us in front of goal, as we know. Anthony won the assist title this year. Did have 3 in the top 15 though, with Gabriel Adebayo and also Carlos making the top 15. And Alanga also was there though, of course. Not all of those assists came in a Luton shirt. And Muric won his second Golden Glove in 3 years with 15 and 37. Scoring goals might be a problem for me, but stopping them going in certainly is not. Muric again, fantastic. Oh no! And we do see it. I was worried. Johan Hansen wants to terminate his contract. How much do we get for that? 159 million. Board this upcoming summer. Look, I think as Onyedika will make the cup final. I think you've got to reward me with a bigger budget, man. Come on. You know I don't mind the 50 to 60 mil, but you can do better now. That's 4 straight years of Premier League survival, 4 straight years of over £100 million in prize money. Time to reward me. So what do we do? What do we do, man? Johan's got a fantastic name and also good potential as well. Who's getting released from our squad? Tough one. Really, really tough one here. I mean, we can't release any of these guys at the top here. So I think it's going to have to be either young Keir Starmer or, oh mate, I don't want to release the sibling of Qua. He's an absolute baller, and he'll want to keep his brother here with him. But I have to say, at some point you got to stop being sentimental, and he only shows great potential. I think I'm gonna release him, and maybe he'll come back to haunt me. Maybe this will end up being the better brother of the two. Who knows? But justice is gone, and he'll make way for Johan Hansen. That's a tough one, man. That is a really tough call, that. Oh yeah, and there was no animation for this, but no Luton players in the team of the season this year. I don't think I'll ever forget when Tom Lockyer got in the team of the season in season 1. Tom Brown Envelope Lockyer. That's how we'll always remember him, no doubt about it. And so as we jump into the final, there is less pressure now. We've locked up Europe again, but it's still possibly the biggest game in club history. After last season losing the finals of Manchester United, trying to put it right here. Never won the FA Cup before. This is the chance of the second major honour and my first of the save as well. I'm nervous, we're underdogs, but we'll see what we can do at Wembley. Come on, Luton. Yep, certainly less pressure, no doubt about that, but on a tremendous run of form. It kind of evens it out a little bit, do you know what I mean? Like, at the moment, heading into the game, it's... Yeah, I'd say we're still underdogs, but, you know, Arsenal, they've got themselves Champions League football, so they're going to be satisfied. It's one of those where it's like, it's... That was absolutely amazing, that. Oh, I couldn't chip the ball in. It could go either way. I think this is going to be a much more balanced tie than the ability of teams would suggest here. Much more balanced. Saka trying to get away. Does brilliantly. Oh, what a run. What a run that is. And what an assist. Stepping in from the right to roll it off to Raspadori, and the Italian fires home 18 minutes in. That is an amazing bit of dribbling from Bukayo. What's just on the replay here? This is just turning Bissouma inside out and then holds off Ballard, drags him out, and that means that Raspadori is totally open in the middle. What a player. I mean, seriously, what a player. And what an exciting time for Arsenal fans. Not to get too far away from the gameplay here, but what an exciting time for Arsenal fans. With the young talent they've got and the excellent young manager they've got, it really is looking like such a bright future at the Emirates, isn't it? And unfortunately for us, whilst we've also got a bright future, felt nerves heading into the game, and this might well be too. Great tackle, Malik. We're in a bit of trouble here. We've got to calm ourselves down and put our foot on the ball. Arsenal with possession, and so good at keeping hold of the ball as we're chasing navy shadows out there, and still down by a goal, but a second is coming at this rate. Sanchez, the ex-Bilbao man, looking to turn, dispossessed by Jashari, and Alcaraz. Oh, brilliant. That is fantastic from Carlos. Gabe's hit the deck and is protesting, but Long, get back up to your feet, mate. Game's carrying on. There he is. Gabriel Long, surely. No. Fooled everyone there. I thought he was complaining. He was just dragging bodies out. Good save by Ramsdale. Oh, and the header just off target. Better, but still behind. Free kick, Luton, about 30 yards from goal. Now, I can't really see me getting enough power on this to find the back of net. If we can at least force Ramsdale into a save, if nothing else, might get a deflection, a corner. Oh! That was actually not that far wide. I don't know if I'll ever score another free kick again in this year's game, but that, well, the camera couldn't even keep up. That was not far off target. Easy, easy. Come on, we're still in this with 11 to go, but we need a ball. Oh, it's going to be cut out, and away we go. Come on, Loader. Alanga, Danny, Ryan, Duke, brilliant, Loader, oh what a save, it was a fantastic build-up, we did everything right, but the glove of Ramsdale might well be the glove that lifts the FA Cup as well. What a save. Well, that I think is going to do it. And it's going to be yet more Wembley heartache for Luton. Gusto has got round Malik, and he's just going to go to the corner and then roll it in. And this to do it, it's Pacheco, it's off the post, and then Panzu clears, but it's too late for anything else. I can't believe it. For the second year in a row, it's Hatter's heartbreak at Wembley. What a save! The fingertips of Ramsdale prevent an extra time period. Flat out, gave it our all, but once again we come up short in the final. What more can we do? I said I don't want to leave Luton until we'd won them a major honour, and I really felt as though we had an opportunity here. With a great run to the final and dumping out Manchester City in the semis, and I thought I played quite well, really, genuinely, you know, especially in the second, but the save from Ramsdale to death is what made the difference in the end. Arsenal with another. Luton's wait for their first major honour since 1988 goes on. My wait goes on, and my record in finals is now 0 for 2. It's not great, is it? And again, when you look at the stats here, I mean, generally, I thought we did play quite well. We matched up to Arsenal every step of the way for the most part, really. But that late stop by Aaron Ramsdale, I don't know if it actually kind of, I can't even show it. What? Come on, EA, really? But it was an amazing save. Absolutely fantastic. And it really was the fine margins there. Fine margins. And sometimes that's what separates winners and losers and silverware and dust. Gut him. Absolutely gut him. I mean, it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's still a brilliant season no matter how you look at it. And I am proud. I am proud. It's a brilliant achievement. It's our second domestic cup final in 2 years. That is a heck of an achievement. And the second year in a row, we lock up 7th as well on the final day. I mean, it's still been a good season. We keep European football at Power Court next year. What is that? For God's sake, EA. So, as I've just agreed to loan out 4 of my youth players, their destinations will be on the screen for you right now. I like that, Johansson going to Aston Villa there. As you'll see, the winners of the other major honours this season, Carabao Cup was won by Manchester United. That was way back in February, beating Liverpool in the final. Obviously, you know the FA Cups, will move past that. But the Championship, my goodness, it seems like every single season there's 2 teams that are just dominating. This year, Brentford topped the challenge with 108. The Blades right behind them in second, and the playoffs will be Blackburn, West Brom, Norwich and Watford as well. I'd love to see the stats on how many goals Moukoko scored in the second tier. The Conference League was won by Nice. Again, we should be in it for next season, but with EA, I'm going to assume we'll be back in the Europa League again, even though we should be playing this next year. And as for the Europa League, of course, we were knocked out in the preliminary round, coming up short to Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, one of the favourites to go all the way to win it in the end. We were knocked out in the last 8 by Lens. They themselves beaten by Napoli, who managed to beat Liverpool in the final. Europa League Napoli's this year. And as for the Champions League, I like to show you the full standings come the end of the competition, and you can see any shocks in the group stage and also moving forward as well. Well, in the end, heading into the last 16, Arsenal were knocked out. Obviously, Liverpool knocked out in the group stage, but Man City are also knocked out. Only Manchester United made the quarterfinals. They also got to the Final Four as well, but after an epic penalty shootout, Paris Saint-Germain have done it. They've finally done it. Champions League for Kylian Mbappe at PSG, their first in club history. And as we take one final look at the squad as we end Season 4, what a fantastic Luton Town team we've built over these 4 years, man. It's so good, but the wait for that major honour continues to elude us. And when I did throw this question out to you guys on Monday, I said, when should we leave Luton Town? When should we leave now Power Court? It did seem as though you guys had the same opinion as me. Yep, at some point it's time to spread your wings and go elsewhere, but you got to win them a first major honour in the save first. Do that, and then it'll be time to leave. So I think we will be carrying on at Power Court for next season, but we got to win him a major honour, surely. However, as we'll run through the squad here and take a look at the players, Muric looks like he's done growing now at 81 overall, which blows my mind because he's still only 28, and obviously the best goalkeeper in the league based on statistics right now. I do want to ask you guys for the transfer suggestions in the comment section down below. Where should we look to improve this team heading into Season 5? It looks as though we'll be staying at Power Court for another year unless a big offer comes up for me. But where should we look to improve this team? It's a brilliant young side. You know, it's still getting better and better and better. We've got players in their peak right now, such as Ballard and Malik in the back line, and Giles, and Renchi's about to enter his peak as well. It's still a fantastic side, but I think we need some player, some star that can come in and really make the difference in this Luton Town team. That can be the difference between silverware and nothing. I don't know where to look though, so in the comment section down below, guys, transfer suggestions. Where do you think we should be improving in our team, and who do you think we should look to buy in order to make us the competitive team for silverware and a player that can be the missing piece in our Luton Town jigsaw puzzle? We're getting better, but I still think we're at least 1 star away from being able to win those major honours. Let me know in the comment section down below for those transfer suggestions. But even so, building a fantastic team here. We'll now say an official goodbye to Pelly, Ruddock and Panzu from non-league to Europa League with Luton Town, but he's now officially done and retired. Same with the boss, Ross Barkley. That 1 goal he scored, the final Premier League goal on the final day as well. What a fitting ending for the boss there. As O'Hare, I think it's done growing now, might possibly cash in the summer. What a debut season for Alcaraz as well. At the very beginning, I was like, not too sure, but 10 goals in 37 and 8 8 assists as well, done to 83 overall. Now, you love to see that there. I've got to say, I hate to admit it, but I think it's time for Cocksmith to go out on loan for next year. When I threw this question out to you guys, it did seem like a lot of you want me to loan him out. Consider it done. He's going out on loan next season because right now he's playing second fiddle to Carlos Alcaraz. Moving forward here, Carlstorp came in on the free. Decent squad player, but down 2 ratings. Might possibly cashing in the summer as that a contract for next season. Marmaduke, not the best in terms of productivity, but even so, 5 goals and 5 assists in 41 games, up to 83 overall. Still being a sublime signing for us on that left-hand side. They see the loan players are growing really nicely out on loan right now. You love to see it out. So a few of these going out too. Rhythm is a dancer. Anthony Alanga scoring goals from everywhere. Only got a few goals since coming in, but his end of season run was imperative to us finishing in 7th place. Had we not had Alanga in fine form right at the end, I don't think we'd have made Europe, you know. I think Alanga was the difference maker right at the end. And I would say my player of the season on cue right here, Mr. Consistent, playing 49 games, 12 goals and 10 assists in all competitions. Gabriel Long. He's eclipsed Joel Cox, no doubt about it. He's become the complete package and signed that big extension in the summer. If we didn't make Europe, he would be gone. But I think another year at Power Court and then we'll look to possibly move him on to a major European side. Elijah Adebayo, took a while for him to get going this season, really struggled. To be fair, in the Cup in Europe, he was quite decent, if not in the Premier League. His last return in the Premier League in the save so far, but in the Europa League, 5 and 6, quite impressive, and 3 and 6 games in the Cup competitions as well. Danny Loader, it's 2 years and done for Danny. He'll be joining Aston Villa for £18 million when the window opens. I would have loved to have kept him, but in the end, despite getting about the same amount of game time as Adebayo, and the same in the Premier League as well. This is why I don't understand this year. He's got the important squad role, same as Elijah. They play the exact same amount of Premier League games, and yet Adebayo's happy and Danny's not. He only played 5 games fewer in the Cups in Europe. What, were you desperate to play those Carabao Cup games, Danny? I don't understand that, to be honest. But even so, Danny, great pickup on a free transfer. Great profit made on 18 million. 2 good years and now he's gone to Villa Park. And as we'll end it there, we'll look at the Bartman and Dalton and Jimenez out on loan as well. That will do it for Season 4. So guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching the season finale. If you have enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. It might be heartbreak at the death for Luton Town, but we're still getting better and better. And I don't think we're that far off being a 5-star team now. So in the comment section down below, where should we improve this team in the summer transfer window? Get your transfer suggestions in ahead of the new season, which will be starting tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day, guys. Thank you for watching the finale and Season 4 and the save as a whole. Much love to you all. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you for a brand new season as our 5th year with Luton gets underway tomorrow morning. Come on, you Hatters. Pick your heads up. We go again.